Don't forget to turn your diagnostic on. You have to press second 0 and go to diagnostic. On. Press enter until it says done, because we're going to need those for the scatter plots in the back. Okay, so we're going to go through this quickly. Problem number 1, you should have already tried it. There's 2 different ways you could have done this. It says which equation describes a line parallel, so that means same slope, to this line right here that they drew for you, and has a y-intercept at 0, -3. So they gave you a point that it goes through, but you should also know that y-intercept is your b. So b has to be -3. All of these answers have -3 as the b. So all we're really worrying about is the slope. So you could have found the slope 2 different ways. You could have said, okay, I have these 2 points. I can put it in stat, calc 4, and get the slope. So that's -3, 3, and 1, -3. So you put that in stat, calc 4, and it's going to give you a slope of -3/2. Or you could have picked pretty points right here and right here and done rise over run. Rise is a -3 because you went down 3, and the run is 2. So the only one that has a slope of -3/2 is B. And that's what I want you to do tomorrow on the test. Okay, problem number 3, you need to solve for y first because they gave you an equation in standard form. So solve for y. 3x plus 4y equals 12. What do you do first? Move the 3x over, change the sign, becomes minus 3x. Divide everything by 4. That gives you y equals 3 minus 3/4x. Okay, now, what is the question asking? Perpendicular. That means I'm going to take this slope and do what with it? Flip it and change the sign. So my new slope is positive 4/3. So let's look over here. Positive 4/3, positive 4/3, positive 4/3. It's not B. Okay? And then it says that it needs to go and containing the point 6, -2. So that means we're going to put all these answers, A, C, and D. We're going to put them in y equals, trace, type 6, enter, and it gives you -2. What's the answer that y'all got? C. C, let's put C in the calculator. Y equals 4/3 x minus 10. Trace. Type in 6, enter, and make sure that it gives you a -2. Okay, so that's how you find that the answer is C. Problem number 2. It's asking for a slope that is parallel, that means same slope, as the line with these 2 points. So what would you do? Put it in stat. So make your table, -1, 11, you're writing this down, -6, 36, stat, calc, 4. What was the equation? Did anybody do it? -5x plus 6. So I'm only worrying about the slope, which is -5. So you're going to put -5 right here. Okay? Problem number 4, you have to look at the graph. It says that it needs to be perpendicular to this one, so we have to find the slope first of this one and then flip it and change the sign. So how would you find the slope of it? Pretty points. Okay, you could do rise over run, or you can put it in stat, find the equation. So that point is 0, 4, and that point is 3, 0. So you can put that in stat, calc 4, and get the equation and find the slope that way. Or do rise over run. From left to right, you go down 4 over 3. That's a negative 4 over 3. So the slope is negative 4 over 3. But we want one that's perpendicular. So what am I going to do with this slope? Flip it and change the sign. So what's my new slope? Positive 3 over 4. Okay, the only one that has a positive 3 over 4 is A, and it says that it goes through the point 0, negative 4. That's your B. Your y-intercept is at negative 4. So the answer is A. You didn't even have to go check it. But if you do, let's say on the test there's more than one, you put them in y equals trace, hit 0, enter, make sure that it gives you negative 4. Problem number 5, I gave you graph paper. You were supposed to plot those points and see which of the following pair of points define a line segment parallel to the y-axis. What does the y-axis look like? Up and down. This is what the y-axis looks like. So which one of these looks like this one right here? So I gave you the graph paper. We're going to plot those points right now. Okay, this is my y-axis. This is my x-axis. And it needs to be parallel to this one. So the points that they gave me for number 1 are 4 up 3 and negative 4 up 3. These 2 points form a horizontal line. That's not what I wanted. I wanted something that was parallel to this one. So number 1 does not work. Number 2, 4, 3. So that's this point right here. Let me change colors. This point right here, and 4, negative 3 would be down here. So that forms a vertical line that is parallel to the y-axis. So that's one of them. Change colors. Line number 3, negative 4, negative 3, and positive 4, negative 3. Those 2 points form a horizontal line that is not parallel to the y-axis. And line number 4 goes through negative 3, 4, and negative 3, negative 4. So that's a vertical line that is also parallel to the y-axis. So the ones that are parallel to the y-axis are line 2 and 4, which is letter C. Okay? Here's a trick for this one. If it's parallel to the y-axis, it's a vertical line. And vertical lines have the same x. So look at the ones that have the same x. And those are your answers. Okay, because this is an x equal line. So the x's have to be the same. Turn the page. Problem number 6. You're gonna make a table for those points. And you're gonna put it in stat. So all these points, this is 2, 3. Start writing them. 5, 4. 8, 3. 10, 6. 14, 7. 16, 7. 18, 10. And 21, 10. Okay, you put that in StatCalc 4 and get the equation. Here's an easier way. You see all these points? This is a scatter plot. So you need to draw the line of best fit. That means the line that goes through the correlation. Okay? Is this a positive slope or a negative slope? So the ones with negative slopes are out. Okay? And then the other one, this is a y-intercept, this is a y-intercept. Where did I start? Did I start at a 3 or did I start at a 1.5 on the y-axis? Closer to 1.5. But again, if you cannot tell, then you need to make your little table, put it in StatCalc 4 and get the equation because it's going to give it to you. Okay, problem number 7, StatCalc 4. $212, $518, StatCalc 4. Get the equation, which is y equals 2x plus 8. Okay, and it's asking you at 12 pounds, so we need to go look for 12. So we're going to put that in y equals, trace, $2x plus 8. Don't go to trace because this is not big enough for 12. So you're going to have to go to second graph and go look for 12. And that would be your answer, 32. Number 8. It's asking to make a prediction. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to draw the line of best fit that goes through this correlation. Everybody draw it. Okay? And then go look for the number that they're asking for, which is 6.32. So 6.32 is around right here. Plot the point on your line. That's where the best predictions are made, on the line of best fit. So what number is that? 116, which is closest to 117. Okay? Problem number 9. Same thing. You need to draw the line of best fit. So let's draw it. That would look something like that. Maybe even lower. Let me do it again. Okay, and then go look for 14 hours. So here's 14 hours. There's my point. And it's closest to what? 80. 80 is right here. The answer is 80. Okay? Problem number 10. StatCalc 4. And we're looking for the R. Okay? So the R for this one is 0.7. What does that mean? It's positive, right? So positive. Is it a weak one or a strong one? It's a strong correlation because 0.7 is bigger than 0.5. Same thing for number 11. Right here, you put this in StatCalc 4, write it down.